Hey guys, today I want to make a really quick video about setting up your Opti-Myst unit. One of the most important things to remember when you're setting up Opti-Myst is spacers and blockers. This is often overlooked, but it can cause some serious problems like the unit fogging up, water pooling and things like that. So it is something that's very important to the setup. So if you put in an Opti-Myst and you have these parts left over, whether it be an OLF or a CDFI, you have not done the complete installation. Let's talk a little bit about each one. So these I called spacers. And what these do is actually space the flame out. Very similar to like a linear fireplace burner. It kind of creates a little jet opening that creates more slender, higher rising flames. And these are very often shipped installed in your OLF. So if you're going to put media in the Dimplex OLF, you need to actually remove these, because you won't get the correct flow. As I mentioned before, in some of the models, especially OLF, the spacers will actually be installed from the factory. If you're going to use any kind of media, especially anything that crosses the flame rail, you're going to want to remove these. Like if you're going to use the logs, you're going to want to create a more natural look than this will actually give you. This will, give you that slender, tall, spaced out flame appearance. So if you're going to use the media, and check to see if these are installed. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. I would say remove these. And then figure out where you're going to actually cross the flame rail with your logs or whatever media you're using. Wherever you're going to come across that flame rail, you want to install a blocker, right? And what'll happen is that'll create a space where you can actually put your log, and then you'll get a higher flame left and right to the blocker. This is essential to getting the desired flame appearance out of your OLF. Now these are blockers, and it's pretty much the same plastic design, only there's no holes in these. So what these do is create a space on the flame rail so that you can come across the flame rail with a log. This is important because you don't want flame impingement, and you can get flame impingement from Opti-Myst. It will create excess moisture inside the box. In addition to that, whenever you cross the flame rail with any media, whether it's a log or whatever else you can kind of imagine, you will get, when you block it, you will get a taller flame on each side of the block. In fact, most people will find that when they install the spacers and blockers the correct way, they don't even need that second transducer. In fact, that's why the second transducer is shipped shipped uninstalled, because it's rare that you actually need it when the Opti-Myst is set up correctly. So let's take a look at how these are installed. Now, they install without any tools. You could literally just snap these right in. Now, they may be tight to get in and out. You might need a flathead screwdriver, especially if the unit has got some scale in it or hasn't been cleaned in a while, because they have a tendency to get a little dusty, and you get some buildup on the flame rail. But there's nothing holding them in. They snap in, and the plastic is very, very kind of pliable. In fact, the way you can actually adjust these by just kind of breaking them, back and forth. So you don't even need a tool. I mean, if you had a snips, you could cut it, but if you just work it back and forth, you'll be able to break it. As I mentioned before, once this is set up correctly, you probably won't need the two transducer setup, because you're kind of blocking a good portion of the flame rail wherever a log is crossing. So you'll find that you'll actually get more mist in the places you want and less mist in the places you don't. And because of that lack of flame impingement, if you had any kind of moisture buildup or fog on the glass, that will probably disappear too. So When you're out there in the field, guys, or if you're a homeowner watching this and you can't figure out why you're getting weird flame on your OLF, that's probably the reason. Look for your spacers and blockers. All right, we'll see you next time.